Hi, this is Matthew Bono, piano instructor, where we're going to be having a lesson from the book Common Chord Progressions, and it'll be from the left side of page 20, where we're going to do a 6-5-1 chord progression. 6 would be A minor, 5 would be G major, and 1 would be C major. Let's look into it. So on page 20, the left-hand side, in the key of C major, the 6th chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, will be A minor. The 5 chord would be G major, and the 1 chord will be C major. And how we'll spell this out is we'll first start by recognizing the roots, which will be by the capital letters, which means A minor, the root would be A, G major, the root would be G, and C major, the root would be C. And getting back to the A minor, with the root being the A or the 1, B would be our second, and C would be our third. So A minor will have A and C as the third, and with D as the fourth, E will be the fifth. And so an A minor chord will spell out as A, C, E. The G chord will be one step below the A, so G will be the root, and with G as the root, the second will be A, and the third will be B. So with the G chord having G and B as the third, C would be the fourth, and D would be the fifth. So the G major chord will be G, B, D. And our C chord will have C as the root, and D will be the second, and E will be the third. So the C chord will have C and E as the third, F will be the fourth, and the fifth will be G. So our C major chord will be spelled out as C, E, G. All right, so now we're going to reorganize the letters, okay? And we're going to start with A minor being spelled out for us already. And that will be E as the low note, A as the middle note, and C as the high note. And since G chord is one whole step down from A, we would just take each letter down. So E will go down to D as a low note, A will go down to G as a middle note, and C will go down to B as a high note. So our G chord will be spelled out as D, G, B. And since we have G as a common note in the G chord and the C chord, we'll leave G in the middle. And regarding the C chord, when we have G in the middle, we'll have one chord tone below it, which will be E as the low note. And with E as the low note and G as the middle note, that'll leave C for the high note to make up the C chord, the C, E, G. Our next reorganization of the A minor chord will start with C, E, and A, matching the letters up here, C, E, and A. And that'll be our A minor chord, and G, once again, will be one step below. So C will go down to B, E will go down to D, and A will go down to G, so that G chord will spell out in this example as B, D, and G, matching the letters up here, B, D, and G. And with G as a common tone in the G and C major, we're going to leave G as the high note. And with G as the high note, our chord tone below that, as far as the C major chord, will be E in the middle, and that'll leave C as the low note. And our last reorganization of the A minor will be A, C, E, as written on the top here. And with A, C, E, once again, G is a whole step down, so we're going to take A down to G, C down to B, and E down to D. And that'll spell out our G chord as G, B, D, just like that. And with G as our common tone in the G chord and the C chord, we'll leave G as the low note here, and our chord tones above it. Above the G would be a C, and above the C would be the E. So the C chord would spell out as G, C, E. Now let's take a turn in playing these. So on the left-hand side, With page 20, we're going to start our chord progression with an A minor chord spelled out as E, A, C. That'll be our A minor chord, E, A, C. And the G chord, just take the same fingerings and move it down for D, G, B. For the G major chord, and for C major, it'll be E, G, C. Let's do that again. Right hand, it'll be E, A, C for A minor, D, G, B for G major, and E, G, C for C major. Now with the left hand joining in, E, A, C with the left hand playing A for A minor, D, G, B with G in the left hand for G major, and E, G, C with C in the left hand for C major. Let's do that one more time. E, A, C with an A in the left hand for A minor, D, G, B with a G in the left hand for G major, and E, G, C with C in the left hand for C major. Now the next example I'll give, I'll move the hand down for C, E, A as A minor. I'll move it down again for B, D, G as G major, and C, E, G for C major. Let me play that through again with the right hand as C, E, A for A minor, B, D, G for G major, and C, E, G for C major. Now with the left hand joining in, it'll be C, E, A with an A in the left hand for A minor, B, D, G with G in the left hand for G major, and C, E, G in the right hand with C in the left hand for C major. One more time, we have C, E, A in the right hand with an A in the left hand to play A minor, B, D, G with a G in the left hand for G major, and C, E, G with C in the left hand for C major. Now for the last example, I'm going to move this up. On the right hand will go A, C, E for A minor, and G, B, D for G major, and G, C, E for C major. Let me do that with the right hand again. A, C, E for A minor, G, B, D for G major, and G, C, E for C major. Now with the left hand joining in, we'll have A, C, E with A in the left hand for A minor, G, B, D with G in the left hand for G major, and G, C, E with C in the left hand for C major. We'll do it one more time. We'll have A, C, E in the right hand with A in the left hand for A minor, G, B, D in the right hand with G in the left hand for G major, and G, C, E with C in the left hand for C major. And this will conclude our lesson on the left-hand side of page 20, where we did 6-5-1 chord progression in C major, which would be A minor to G major to C major. I hope you enjoyed learning from this video, and I ask that you would consider subscribing to the Patreon channel that'll have these videos, which is called Methods in Music Academy. It would be $5 a month and greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, and have a good day.